welcome you inside the Eagan Civic Arena, where our flag bearers Zach and Caleb Tobe are just skating off the ice. 2 weeks from tonight, these boys section hockey playoffs will begin. Tonight, this game could depend a lot on if somebody's got the night off, if somebody's hosting the play-in game, or if somebody's on the road for the play-in game. Again, he's Nathan Cron. I'm Mike Cook. Happy to be with you again from the Eagan Civic Arena on a chilly Tuesday evening here in Dakota County. And Nathan, we look at this one. Eagan Wildcats just 3 wins on the season. Their last win was against this squad, the Apple Valley Burnsville duo.
The last win was against this squad. They're looking to pick up their next win against this squad. And as you said, Mike, the permutations for the section playoffs are substantial. 7 seed, 8 seed, 9 seed. Are you hosting the play-in game? Are you playing in the 7 seed and have the night off? Who knows? Are you on the road traveling to somewhere else? There's an excellent chance that these two teams could see each other in the first round of the playoffs. Yep. Time will tell. The Wildcats have everything to play for, and so do the Eagles. Yep. Here we go.
Got Eagan wearing the home whites, going right to left across your computer screen. Apple Valley Burnsville in the brown with the yellow trim, the Apple Valley colors. Intercepted by the Wildcats. These short-handed Wildcats tonight. We'll talk about that in a moment. But Koken in deep for the Wildcats. He was out there with Ben Steinke and Blake Prouty for Eagan tonight, who was playing without Jake Woog, who got a game of misconduct last time out. A couple of the guys are sick. John Ballman got hurt, or not Ballman. Holman, I should say. I'm trying to blank all of a sudden. Holman got hurt in that last game as well. So both those gentlemen are out tonight. Shilkin's still out with a shoulder, and under the weather is Keel. I think I got all that straight, didn't I?
Yeah, it's an injury report / illness report that's reminiscent of the Minnesota Twins sometimes, and that puck comes squirting through the crease. And the Cats so far with a little bit of offensive zone time, Mike.
Yeah. Trying to do that injury report without looking at the notes. That was a bit of a challenge there, but here comes Apple Valley the other way. McIntosh is going to lead the rush. Number 20 in white, Garrett Larson, getting an opportunity tonight for the Wildcats. He's out there on a line with Lunenburg, 14, and for Liam Thomas. Larson, one of those kids. Played a little bit of varsity this year, predominantly, I think a lot of JV, but coaches are high on that junior. All the way down, no icing is waved off by the official on the far side. And Valley will turn and come. Marshall Link wears number 4 in brown.
Both teams already in the early going, Mike, with a couple of big hits and pushes and shoves and shoulders. And there's another one that's going to be, hopefully the boys keep it clean. And we certainly don't want anybody getting hurt, as both teams, neither one can afford any major injuries before sections. Well, but it's going to be physical.
I say it's an inter-district rivalry game. You know it's going to be physical. It's going to be tough. And here come the Wildcats trying to sprint out that time. That's Nygaard, number 2. A little too far. Did we call an icing? I think we did.
Yep, we did call an icing.
There's about 4 guys who were right at that puck as it crossed the red line.
Yeah, you could have. Part of me wonders whether he could have waved it off there, but in any event, 1 shot apiece for the Eagles and the Wildcats.
2 minutes gone by in this one. Should mention to our Eagan fans, just a single camera shoot tonight for the Eagan TV crew. Fortunately, a lot of things going on in our community, and rebound in front. Rossman with the big save for the Wildcats. Johnny Rossman getting the start for the Eagan Wildcats. Last time out, played at Farmington, a game that the Wildcats, by far their worst game of the year. He got pulled midway through, but it sure wasn't his fault in that game. He was hung out to dry just about every time Farmington scored before he sat down.
And of course, Johnny Rossman was the, I want to say hero. I will say he was the hero of the Rosemount game, the 4-3 loss in overtime, but Rossman basically stood on his head to give the Wildcats, as you see there, that one goes into the stands, and Grandma and Grandpa have to go scattering. But Johnny Rossman in that game, I can't remember how many saves he had. It was darn near, it was like something like 45 saves.
I think he hit
42.
50.
Did he hit 50?
I think he hit 50 in that one.
I have to give our production staff between periods on that, and we'll have to figure that one out. But Johnny Rossman absolutely kept the Wildcats that were outshot by a score of maybe 4-1 in that game.
Yes.
But kept them in the game. and gave them an opportunity to win. And so Rossman will be looking to enjoy what might be the last opportunity he has to play here at Eagan Civic Arena.
Yeah, depending on how the whole playoff system works out. Interesting, by the way, right before that whistle, one of the officials was talking to Rossman and kind of like pushing an elbow. Like, I don't know if Johnny got an elbow up on an Apple Valley player and he was just getting warned about it. We'll have to see if that amounts to anything as we go on. This one won't matter because it's going to go back to the Apple Valley end on an icing. 3 minutes gone by. Opening period here from the Eagan Civic Arena.
Well, the Eagles have had the same challenges that the Wildcats have had in terms of scoring goals. They've won a few more games this year, no question about that. But in terms of scoring goals, the Eagles, have some of the same challenges that the Wildcats have. If they get off early and get a few goals, all of a sudden they can tighten up defensively, and that's when they can be successful.
Yeah, 2.57 goals per game for the Apple Valley Burnsville co-op. Eagan averaging just 2.1. Opportunity. Somehow that puck did not go in off the stick of Asher McIntosh. Senior looking to put the Eagles up on the board early. Koken gets upended. A little extra shove there from Koken on Cook. That was 45, Jack Cook, the senior defenseman for the Apple Valley squad. Quick shot. Goes off the stick of Prouty. Next, Wiggins in net again for the Apple Valley Burnsville squad. I believe this is 10 starts in a row for the senior netminder. Puck goes out in front of him. Actually, this will be his 11th straight start as I check my notes. Quick shot from Ballman. Rebound is there for Prouty. Prouty backhand, 1-0 Wildcats. Blake Prouty, second, third effort. And it's 1-0 for the home team.
Well, excellent effort by Prouty that time, staying with it. Very easy to give up on that as it looked like Wiggins had it, but on that particular shift, Wiggins looking a little shaky in terms of giving up rebounds. And so Prouty may have spotted that and decided, hey, I need to try to stay with this, and he stays with it. Wiggins does spill the rebound. Prouty manages to, I think, backhand it back into the net, up and over Wiggins' pad. 1-0 to the Wildcats.
Team leading 11th of the year for Prouty. See if we can get any assists on this one. Ballman and Nygaard with the assist for the Eagan Wildcats on the Prouty goal. Prouty, he had a couple of assists last time out at Lakeville South. That was an 8-3 loss last Saturday down at Posse Arena. The game the Wildcats trailed 4-0 after 2, and then got 3 goals on an early 5-minute power play in the third period before Lakeville South kind of opened the floodgates up. The shot Rossman, and he gets the glove down. Apple Valley, they come in on the heels of a 5-2 win over Hastings. Or that was at Hastings last Friday night. Otten had a couple, Mills had one, Qtab, Watson each had one. Hatfield had a couple of helpers.
Yeah, big win for the Eagles. Not only did they manage to get a good, have a good performance, but it was against a potential section opponent, and it gives the Eagles the opportunity, win or lose here tonight, to maybe make an argument that they ought to not be the 9th seed if they happen to lose this one. So I mean, big win for the Eagles, and we'll see what of course the Wildcats lost to the Hastings Raiders, so it might be a situation of we beat you, yeah, but we beat you, yeah, but we beat you, and somehow the coaches in the section have got to figure out where those teams get seated.
Right, that Hastings was a 7-4 win for the Raiders, but they got 2 empty netters in that one, so really the score a little deceptive on that, as we're going to have an icing against the Eagan Wildcats as the physicality, shall we say, has picked up here in the Civic Arena.
Yeah, I'll take Max Turner hits at center ice for 200, Alex. And it's again, I understand youthful exuberance. I think I've used that phrase on this air before here at ETV. I understand youthful exuberance. Just make sure it's not taking penalties and not putting yourself at risk or your team at risk of going down a man.
Skoglund against Stanky on the draw, and Apple Valley's actually going to come away with it ultimately as Link pushes it into McIntosh in the corner. Watched by Andrew Vobel, 28 in white. Vobel, sophomore on this Wildcat squad. Done a nice job of stepping up to the varsity level this season. Carries deep into the Apple Valley zone. Still with that puck, one on about 4. And Apple Valley cannot get, now they can. Koken couldn't quite keep it in. Little shove for McIntosh, and I believe McIntosh is going to sit for 2 on a hook. 5:55 time of this one. Cats, first power play of the game. Pretty easy call there for the official.
Yeah, pretty easy call for the officials. And what was I just saying about both teams, right? I mean, needing to be smart about being physical. And that was a situation where McIntosh had put a couple of hits earlier in the shift down in the corner on a couple of players, including Steinke. And then he, of course, in the center ice where everybody can see and everybody's paying attention near the puck, and all of a sudden he hits a player, and all of a sudden now he's put his team on the wrong end of a 2-man advantage.
Apple Valley PK is 84% this year. Wildcat power play now up to 18.5%. For those 3 power play goals last time out. Centered in front, Rossman with the big stop on Mills. That's one thing we've seen Eagan do a lot of this year is give up that shorty. Nearly got him again. Forrester, as Lunenburg got hit down hard.
On a another delayed penalty coming here against the Eagles. The Cats need the Eagles to touch that puck as quickly as possible. And now
it's going to be a slash.
A slash against somebody.
I think it's going to be Fisher. Hatfield seemed to be who they were pointing at. So Egan's going to have a 2-man advantage for 1:23. As this penalty comes at 6:32.
Honestly, I thought there was a chance. I saw those 2 players come together, Mike. I thought there was a chance the Wildcats had squandered the opportunity, but now with a 5-3 advantage, 5-3 power play, they've got to get one here.
Absolutely. We just said 1:23, 2-man advantage for the Cats. Egan loses the draw, however, and bringing it out for Apple Valley is Engelbrecht. And Prouty back to regroup for the Eagan Wildcats. Got Lunenburg on the left side, going down that right side. Back into Koken. Here's Owen Wood. Sends it across. This is Ben Williams.
Cats need to move that puck from side to side, get people moving their feet, get the goalkeeper moving his angle.
Wood from way up top. That was deflected off of a defenseman, I believe. Up over the net. Prouty hangs on to it. Cats get in the zone. Koken just can't get the one-timer off, and big save that time by Max Wiggins. With 42 to go in the 2-man advantage for the Wildcats.
It was a great backhand by Koken that time, controlling that and putting it on frame, and Wiggins equal to the task, doing a nice job of taking away Koken's shooting lane there. But that's exactly what the Wildcats need to do. There's a tendency in situations where there's a scramble to kind of reset everything, but that time the Wildcats went a little quicker, and I think it made sense, and it almost created a scoring opportunity.
And give Wiggins credit because that puck came through traffic. He's able to keep his eye on that one. Down low the Cats, Wiggins, rebound in front, Lunenburg, robbed, and somehow that one goes just wide as Lunenburg went to the backhand. Good pressure by the Wildcats. 27 to go, 2-man advantage, and they're going to be forced to regroup back at neutral. There's Ballman with the puck, John Ballman, the junior, number 8. And Apple Valley able to clear that one out. Andrew Banakin.
Cats need to be disciplined here. Not only disciplined on penalty kills, but they need to be disciplined on power plays. Don't look for those, your 5-on-3. Don't look for aspirational shots from bad angles. Force good shots from good angles.
Nearly a bad turnover for the Cats. Nygaard, that was tipped on the way through. Can the Cats keep that one in? Just they can. Getting across with Ballman. 28 to go in the man advantage as Apple Valley just 1 man down. Just inside 9 to go in the first. 1-0 Wildcats. Up in front, Lunenburg. Another save, Higgins. I don't think he ever saw that one, but got the right pad on it, did Wiggins. Keeping it in are the Eagan Wildcats. 9 to go in the man advantage. Forrester circles, looking for Nygaard in front. Nothing doing there. Back across. Wood up top. Inside Lunenburg, cross ice pass, almost a one-timer, and Wiggins got the glove on that one. Nice read by the senior goaltender.
Wiggins staying cool under fire there, no question about that. The Cats have jumped out to a huge lead, for the Cats especially, shots on goal at 11-4, taking advantage of that power play. The first minute or so of that power play, that 2-man advantage looked a little shaky, Mike Cook, but the last handful of minutes, the last 2 minutes looked really, really good.
By the way, Apple Valley is back at full strength. The whistle came just as their man came out of the box. So we play 5-on-5 here in the Civic Arena. South Suburban inter-district battle. Cats looking to get a good pressure there. Prouty tried to just throw that one in front. Back up top, and here comes Otten and the Eagles the other way. Otten, their top goal-scoring threat. Nice defensive play by the Wildcats. And back into the Apple Valley zone where the Eagles will regroup with Cam Nolan. Tries to get it ahead to Otten. They've got Otten. Hatfield's with him. Mills is with him. Lost the puck, however. Cats opportunity with numbers the other way. Couldn't quite control that puck. Now Valley's got numbers. Mills ridden off the play nicely by Steinke as Hatfield goes in. Hatfield's, he's been kind of an assist machine lately for this Apple Valley squad. I think he's got two, each of his last 2 games. Changes of plenty for the Wildcats. Here comes Apple Valley. Hatfield sends it across. Just dumping that one is Logan Qtab, number 14 in brown. And the Cats getting it out. There's Williams. Max Turner trying to come down with him. Williams, he's taken down on a nice defensive play by Apple Valley. No official arm goes in the air.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a penalty either, Mike.
Didn't either.
It looked good to me.
Otten, backhand. Rossman right there. That hit him in the G and Eagan.
Well, if you keep hitting Johnny Rossman in the chest, he's going to stop a vast majority of them. The reality of it is yeah, I didn't think there was a penalty there either, as Williams got taken down or knocked down. You know, it's physical hockey. I'm not suggesting that there was going to be a penalty, but I would have blown a whistle there. Eagan fans disagree. Surprise, surprise.
We were told these are a couple of the same officials they had down at Lakeville South the other day, and Eagan coach is not exactly thrilled with the way that one went, penalty-wise. Again, I can't verify that that's true, that these were the same 3, but rumor has it. 6:31 to go in the first.
Well, officiating is, Mike, you and I have had opportunities here on ETV from Eagan Civic Arena to comment on officiating. You don't do it as much. I do it a little more. That's my job. I'm the color guy. But the reality of it is that as long as they keep the kids safe, number one. Number two, try to keep it as even as possible and make sure that we're doing a good job of calling it both ways. And, I think the refs do they do a good job of it most of the time, although the Wildcats, that net's off.
Yep.
Rossman's net is off, and the referee's not going to stop play here. He's going to throw it back on.
Yep.
That's to the Cats' advantage now as they were breaking up the ice.
And as they often will say at high school league events, hey, you think you can do better? You get out there and ref.
Well, yeah, I mean, the reality of it is that if you think the refs are giving you bad calls, that should even out over a period of time.
Went from way out. That hit traffic in front. Ballman with the block. Prouty. A little too far for Steinke. A couple Eagan players that wear the A trying to connect. Puck seems to be bouncing a little lively tonight, both ways. Must be something in the water. Probably not. McIntosh around. Sapansky near side. Gets past Vobel. Coming out. Big full head of steam. Miller gets around Benny Williams. No call there. Good defensive play by Williams.
Yeah, tight call there. Yep. I again, hard to call a guy for a tripping when he's falling down away from the player. His leg sticks out, but it's not like he stuck it out intentionally stuck it out or obviously stuck it out. So a save there from Rossman, and I'm sure now that shot's evening up a little bit, so 13-8 now in favor of the Wildcats, but Eagles climbing back into this one after some early pressure.
When you think about it, Eagan had basically 3 minutes of a power, 3.5 minutes on the power play. That's going to definitely increase your shot total. Eagan yet to be penalized, as we're just shy of 12 minutes into this one.
And of course, I think you've cursed them, Mike Cook.
I know. Just stating the facts, though. Yes, we're Eagan announcers, but we call it as we got to call it fair, don't we?
We do our best.
Yes, we do. Again, ETV, we are your home for Wildcat sports. Here comes McIntosh for Apple Valley. Nice move. He's got Skoklin backhand. Rossman, another big save out in front. Rossman is just a brick wall so far. How are those pucks not getting in?
Johnny Rossman flashing some real leather there. Pads down, glove up, chest up, helmet up. He's using everything he can. It's the Dominic Hasek school of however I can keep this out, that's what I'm going to do. And, of course, Net comes off its moorings, and we will have a defensive zone face-off for the Wildcats.
Skoglund has got to be shaking his head over on that Apple Valley bench. He had a great opportunity to get the Eagles on the board. Top line back out for Apple Valley. Mills, Hatfield, Otten, Engelbrecht, and Nolan at the D. Egan's got the Thomas, Stanky, Prouty trio out. Global at 1D, Forrester at the other. This will be Forrester. Actually, Garrett Larson getting a shift now, number 20 in white. Out there with Liam Thomas. Thomas down the far side, gets past the check, in front. Forrester couldn't quite get that bouncing puck. Vobel from up. Oh, thought he was going to shoot from there. Larson kind of got a half a stick on that shot. All the way down. No, Otten's going to get there. Otten against Vobel in front. Nobody there for Apple Valley. Mills was a few strides behind. Big hit. Vobel takes out Mills. 1-4 to go here in this period. Still 1-0 Eagan, but Valley they found some momentum. Thomas will just dump that one in. Cat's going to change. You get a fresh 5. Mills off for Apple Valley, replaced by Q-Tob. Rossman, he knew right where he was going with that puck, and it leads a 2-on-2 potential. Turner across far side, goes just wide. Wiggins, that was a shot from Williams. Here's Logan Q-Tob the other way, a senior on this squad. And we've got a whistle for they call icing?
Yeah, icing.
Okay.
I was surprised that. Rossman did play that puck behind the end line, the end goal line. So I think it's called the goal line, even if it extends outside the net there. But he played it out behind that, so I guess it was icing all the way down. I did not see the referee's arm in the air, the linesman's arm in the air.
Yeah, nor did I. 3.5 to go, opening period. Williams will just backhand that one in. See if the Cats can get something set up low. Nygaard couldn't quite control. Pinching in far side is Wood. Wood wearing the C for the Wildcats. Down in front, here comes Apple Valley with an opportunity. Just a hair too far. Actually, he did catch up to that, was Q-Tob. And Rossman got the glove. Ballman with an extra shot on Q-Tob, and hello. And we've got a scrum. And Ben Watson in there. I can't tell which Wildcat he's exchanging pleasantries with.
Yeah, and as I said earlier, the guys have got to use your brains. You cannot hit guys in a way that makes them go flying, or you're going to get penalties. Looks like the Eagles are going to get a penalty, and of course the Cats will too.
Benny Williams.
Probably matching minors. At least I think we'll have matching minors as Max Turner. Nope, Max Turner's going to go too. So now it's going to be a power play for the Eagles.
We think. The door is shut on the Apple Valley side. Now it's shut on the Eagan, so yeah. Okay. These penalties will come with 3:08 to go in the opening period. And I would think Watson and Wood are going to go. I would think coincidental, or Turner, I should say, and Watson for roughs. I think that's who was battling Watson. We'll have to wait for the official word from public address announcer Nick Johnson.
So Williams and Turner for the Cats, Watson for the Eagles.
Yep. Like I said, these penalties will come with the 13.
Take it back. Are they bringing another Eagle to the? I think they're calling a double minor on Watson.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah. Joining him in the box is Q-Tob, but I don't know if he got a penalty or if he's just going to be serving. We're going to have to see what they put up on the board. As we said, looking ahead, 2 weeks from tonight, section playoffs begin. The play-in game, number 9 at number 8. And then I believe that Saturday is the quarters will be on Thursday. Semis will be that Saturday. And then the section final, I'm thinking girls. Boys semis are a Tuesday, finals are a Friday up at Braemar. So I think it goes Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Friday. I looked this up earlier.
We looked this up earlier?
That was earlier, though.
To get our crack production staff on it here at the intermission.
Absolutely.
This many players in the box on both sides, it's a bit reminiscent of that Eastview game we were here for a few weeks back where I think Eastview had 5. Remember, they had 5 players.
Guys, this got nothing on that one.
Well, I know, but we have 4 players in the box, just not all on the same team.
Yeah, Eastview did have 5 in there at one time, though. Coach Todd Carlson looking for a call for the Wildcats, looking for an explanation. And Apple Valley's coach Tate Erickson, his first year, the helm of this squad, looking for an explanation on that bench. By the way, Tate Erickson, I want to make sure we give a shout out to Grandma Lois, currently watching us tonight from down in Lonsdale.
Beautiful Lonsdale, Minnesota.
Absolutely. Checking out her Apple Valley Eagles. Or Apple Valley, I should say Apple Valley Burnsville. I got to remember that's double co-op. And then for girls, it's Eastview Burnsville is the co-op. Oh, Otten, well, okay, he is going to stay out. I thought he was opening the door on that far side.
It's curious. Well, maybe we should just wait to see what happens here. But they've got a penalty up on the board for Williams, suggesting that the Eagles will have a power play, but they have 2 Eagles in the box. They also have 2 Cats in the box.
The dress announcer Nick Johnson, looking like he wants to talk to one of the officials.
Yeah, I think he's trying to figure out exactly how he's supposed to write this up.
Yeah.
My guess is we've got 2 penalties against one of the Eagles, and we've got an extra guy helping serve that. But even if there are 2 penalties against the Eagles, you would think that they would all be matching and all offset each other. But we'll find out.
Exactly. Okay, NJ still getting checked as Hatfield's waiting in the circle for Apple Valley for the draw. And Stanky looking out there for the Wildcats as well.
There are 5 Eagles and 4 Wildcats, so I'm going to boldly predict that this is a
now,
power play.
And it looks like Egan's going to get a 3rd guy in the box. So I'm going to guess we had maybe offsettings for 2 of them, and then the 3rd one is actually the one on Williams. I don't know. We'll see what we come up with. Bottom line is Apple Valley is on the power play. 15.1 on their power play this year. Cats penalty kill, 70.8%.
The following penalties have been assessed. To Apple Valley, number 2, Ben Watts, 2 minutes for Rocky. And number 14, Logan Couto, 2 minutes for slashing. To the Wildcats, number 24, Max Turner, 2 minutes for Rocky. And to the Wildcats, number 12, Ben Williams, a double minor for Rocky.
Okay, so.
Time of the penalties are 13:52.
All right, so there's our explanation. I don't know if you can hear that over there. So for Apple Valley, number 2, Ben Watson is going to sit for roughing. 14, Logan Kutab for a slash. Egan's number 24, Max Turner on a rough. And Ben Williams, number 12, got a double minor for roughing. So that puts us where we're all at. Is Apple Valley just over a minute gone by in their power play. And that one went off a skate of a defender, knee guard, and that one's going to go all the way out and down. 1:47 to go in the period, 39 to go in the man advantage for the Apple Valley Eagles. And this will be Hatfield dumping that one in, just kind of pushes it past Owen Wood, and Wood able to backhand that one out of harm's way.
Smart looking penalty kill right now for the Wildcats.
It has been. Out of 16 to go. Miller's going to dump it in deep. Here's Rossman. He'll ring it around the boards. Cook going to try to keep that one in at the half wall. He does. Quick shot through the blue paint. Nobody there, though. Wearing Brown for a tip. Back up top. Here's Cook once again. Long shot through traffic. And Rossman with the save with 1 second remaining in the Apple Valley power play. Shots now 15-14. Apple Valley.
That means they've outshot the Wolves. Outshot the Wolves. Outshot
Probably
the Wildcats 7-1 in the last 8 shots.
Yeah. 1:09 to go in the period. He's going to be at full strength about the moment that puck hits the ice, which is now. And Prouty's going to hop over the boards for the Wildcats as Larson went right to the bench. There's Wood for the Wildcats, number 27. Punch it in deep. Valley's just going to ring that one around. Cam Nolan, the junior. Will it be an ice? No. Officials quickly waving that one off. That one should be an ice. And it is with 42 seconds to go in this period. Again, 1-0 Eagan Wildcats. Blake Prouty on a fine individual effort. 4-1 into this period. He had 2 pokes at rebounds, and I think the second one finally did go in. But Wiggins has been tough tonight for Apple Valley. Rossman's just a little bit better between the pipes for Eagan so far.
Cats would love to get to the first intermission here with only, with a 1-goal lead. If they can add to it, great. But keeping the Eagles off the scoreboard for the first, we've seen so many times the Wildcats concede late in periods or things like that and not get the momentum that they've earned through most of the period. They just got to do it here.
Here comes Apple Valley. They're looking to get on the board here. But Aachen behind Mills. And puck's going to back out. Can the Cats get one here in the waiting seconds? Prouty tried to get it across to coming down the slot was Thomas. A couple of hits, more hits. And we're going to go to the intermission with the Eagan Wildcats leading the Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles by a 1-0 count. And before we go to break, Nathan, I know we've got a special announcement to make.
Yeah, we do. As some may be aware, Coach Todd Carlson has made it public last week that he is stepping down as the Eagan head boys hockey coach at the end of this season. And there have been many challenges over the last 5 seasons, beginning with a global pandemic. There have been highs and there have been lows, and the verdict of the scoreboard can sometimes be a bit unforgiving. It can also shroud the full picture of what goes on with a team, a program, and a coach. The numbers on a scoreboard don't always tell the whole story. The commitment of Coach Carlson and his staff, Mario, Nolan, and Dustin, to the development of good young men was always unquestioned. Former players remarked that Coach Carlson was always willing to adjust his plans to suit the needs of his players and their skills. He was praised by his players as a coach that worked with you rather than having a my way mentality. Most telling, Coach Carlson worked to instill a sense of family into the program, where teammates were not just friends, but something even more. Personally, I can attest to this story, as can many other parents. Coach Carlson and his staff have always been gracious and open to us at ETV as we've called games. They've always given us the information we sought and never shied away from asking questions. Our ETV broadcasts are full of moments that players, parents, fans, and the community will never forget. From first varsity goals to game winners, from great saves and even a few tussles. While these hockey moments live on, the lasting testament to any program or coaching staff is the quality of the young people it produces, and for that, we should all be thankful. ETV would like to say thank you to Coach Carlson and his staff for working with us to air these games on ETV and helping us make so many memories. We will be back for the second period after the intermission. You're watching Wildcat Hockey on ETV.
get set for second period action from the Eagan Civic Arena. 1-0 Eagan Wildcats. Blake Prouty with the goal for the Wildcats back at the 4:01 mark. Apple Valley really had good pressure, I would say, the last 5 minutes or so of that period. I don't know if you'd agree with me on that one there, Nathan Cron.
I think I would agree with you. In fact, the shots are now in Apple Valley's favor, and that's something that if you told me that was going to, midway through the first period that would the Eagles would rally that way, I might have questioned whether that was going to happen, but Cats took a penalty and got an extra penalty and conceded a power play.
Yep. So if I remember correctly, back at Apple Valley, it was also 1-0 Eagan after the first. But then Drew Otten got one right away in the second. Cats responded. Otten got another one right away in the third, and then Ben Williams got the game winner. So will history repeat itself? Well, no, because we're 39 seconds into this period. So it won't be quite as quick for Otten, but will he be the next goal scorer in this hockey game?
Well, if I was a betting person, if we would bet on high school sports, which you should never do, public service announcement, don't ever do that. But if you were, Otten would be a good candidate for a guy who's going to get a goal or a helper.
Absolutely. Like I said, he and Mills and Hatfield, that top line for the Apple Valley Burnsville co-op. Quick shot, Rossman, another save. Johnny Rossman perfect through 16 shots he's faced so far tonight. Forster tried to pinch in for the Wildcats, but it's going to be Miller and the Eagles into the Wildcat zone. Opportunity, Skoglund. That goes just wide. Sam Skoglund pinching in from his defensive spot. Well, they list him as a defenseman. Looks like he's been playing more forward, however. Because we got Marshall Link and Andrew Banakin back for Apple Valley at the blue line. And Eagan can't quite get it out past that blue line, but now they can on the second effort. There's William Thomas for the Wildcats. Got Garrett Larson out there with him, along with Max Turner. Larson shot a little knuckler on its way through. Garrett Larson, this will be his 5th game as a varsity member of the Wildcats. Looking for his first career point. 20 in white, and glove save. Probably the easiest save of the game thus far for Rossman.
Yeah, I was going to say Johnny Rossman. I was just thinking that Johnny Rossman made that look very, very easy. It almost was like it almost looked like it had some panache to it, right? Almost some style. In any event, a save's a save, and Johnny Rossman doesn't care how as long as he doesn't go in the net.
I like that. Panache.
Well,
wow.
That's a $4 word when you only need a 25-cent word, Mike Cook.
Well, on that note, it's the official. That might have prevented an icing.
Oh, opportunity.
Williams, I was going to say, will they take advantage? No, Engelbrecht, nice play for Apple Valley Burnsville. Caleb Engelbrecht, number 5. And he's going to chase it into the Wildcat zone, and he can trouble getting that one out. Watson finishes off his check on that far side against Nygaard.
Would have liked to have seen Williams just shoot that puck low and hard as he had a 2-on-1, and he had one of his teammates on the other side to clean up a dirty rebound.
That one was just high and hard, went over the cage off of Williams. Half wall, Wood pitching in for the Wildcats right in front of the limited student section here tonight at the Civic Arena.
Lots of things going on here in Wildcat country.
Yep.
So we got boys basketball, if I'm not mistaken, at the high school, and of course
it's Apple Valley Eagan.
Yeah,
top 2 teams in the South Suburban going at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you imagine there's probably a good-sized student section at that one.
I would think so. Yeah, that could be an interesting if those two were to meet, say, in a section final, ultimately on the hardwood. Eagan made that magical run to the state last year in boys hoops. Hatfield's going to dump that one in for Apple Valley.
Eagles are faster to the puck, Mike. They're winning loose puck battles, and they're winning loose puck battles, and they're first to the puck when the Wildcats have got to turn up their intensity here.
Yep. Just over 3 minutes gone by in a scoreless second. Mills on a big hit. He lined up Koken and clean outside of the net with that one. That was Gavin Lures with an opportunity. First time we've called number 6 this evening for the Wildcats. Playing the role of that 5th defenseman this evening.
Yeah, Cats, I don't know, they've come out a little flat here in the second period, Mike. I tell you right now, it doesn't bode well. The Eagles have got to be smelling blood in the water. If they could easily get one here if the Wildcats don't turn up their intensity.
Yep. Shot 17-16 Apple Valley. That one goes wide for the Wildcats as Forrester's going to pinch in his defensive spot. Williams back at the point. And he's, a fan on an opportunity just off the stick of Hatfield that time. He nearly had a break going the other way. Look out on the bench. Let's see who that, is that Shilkin over there with the helmet on? Shilkin, an injured Wildcat. No, he's at the far end. I'm not sure who. Anyway.
In any event.
Exactly.
But there's another example of a situation at the point. Instead of winding up to take the big shot or trying to be on SportsCenter, just keep it in front of you, make the simple play.
Williams shot. Oh, big save that time. Wiggins got that pad out.
See, Williams, simple play. That was great. That was excellent.
Good head of steam for Apple Valley into the zone. Eagan, can they get a head of steam going the other way with the puck? Forrester, knee guard. Forrester, nice spin move. Stays at it, looks for the rebound, or tried to go the wraparound. Backhand attempt, trying to goal! Knee guard for the Cats. Knee guard gets the goal. Forrester with the great effort to set everything up. And with 4:07 gone in the second period, it's now 2-0 for the Eagan Wildcats.
That was an excellent shift from the first time that Williams put one on net, came back out to neutral ice, and then the Cats got back into the Apple Valley zone. Quick shots, fundamentally good shots, shots on the net. Rebounds occur. Wiggins happened to spill that one, and Nygaard is able to backhand it over his glove side. Big goal for the Wildcats.
Let's get the official announcement from Nick Johnson. There you go, Williams and Forrester with the assist. By the way, Nathan, I got a quick update on the basketball game. Good news if you're an Apple Valley fan. Says, and I quote from a text, Eagan basketball down by like 20 with a couple minutes left.
Down by like 20?
By like 20.
By like 20. Not 20, by like 20. Okay.
And we've got a penalty upcoming on the Eagan Wildcats.
And I think the Wildcats are going to be down like by one guy.
By like one guy? No, this will be one guy.
Yeah, okay, it will be one.
Okay, the whole like thing is that Valley girls. Valley, come on. Yeah, we'll be here all night, folks. Don't worry.
Try the veal.
And we said this is the last regular season home game of the year for the Wildcats. So, in theory, it could be our last ETV broadcast of the year.
I imagine if the Wildcats were to host that play-in game, that 8-9 play-in game, I imagine that ETV would do its best to try to get that on the air. But you never know. I mean, there's happens to do as Prouty heads to the box here for the Wildcats.
Yep. And the high school league too, with all their connections with all these different other web streaming things and whatever. But quick shot. Otten was trying to go top corner, deflected up over. Elbowing, by the way, is the call on Prouty. Second power play opportunity of the night for Apple Valley. Hatfield to draw. Otten back at the left point. He's got Mills in the right wing. Banaken right wing. Engelbrecht back top. Long shot, that never got through. Deflected nicely, or stopped nicely, I should say, by Stanky.
Good clean face-off win that time by the Eagles and Mayfield. And Cats need to do a better job of trying to create some traffic there or dirty that up a little bit. If clean draws like that in the offensive zone are going to result in shots to the net.
30 seconds gone by in the Apple Valley power play. We got another nice block in front. That time it was Max Turner. Off him high up into the netting here in the Civic Arena.
Good opportunity for the Cats to get some new skaters out there. Again, of course, the second period, long change.
By the way, for Nygaard, that's goal number 4 of this season. Up to 6 assists as he's got a 2-point night going right now. Same 5 on the ice for Apple Valley. The power play. Kept in Otten. He'll shoot from there. That would hit traffic and end up going wide. Not sure if that went off his own man or an Eagan defender. Mills gets up in it. He lost a blade. He's crawling over to the bench. Can he get off? Well, can he get off? I think it was a blade issue. Looks like a kind of a fish doing, dare I say, a crappie flop kind of thing as he tried to work his way over. Opportunity! Oh, Apple Valley just missed. Vanaken with a great opportunity.
Not sure where that blade ended up, but yeah, it looked like just lost one. Looked like my 9-year-old daughter trying to climb over the boards in a U10 game. It wasn't happening for him.
Opportunity shorthanded. Here comes Turner for the Wildcats. 30 seconds to go on the Valley man advantage. Here's Forrester. Forrester, a left-handed shot. Had he been a right-handed shot, might have had a better opportunity. And will Apple Valley Burnsville get something here? They've got 17 to play with in this power play. Looking to get on the scoreboard this evening is the visitors.
Cats doing a nice job of denying the Eagles the ability to enter the zone with control. Doesn't mean the Eagles have never had any opportunities on their power plays, but Cats have definitely made it a lot harder tonight for the Eagles than they made it for other teams this season.
Garrett Larson nearly an opportunity. He hopped off the bench when Prouty went to the bench coming right out of the box. Kept in. Here comes Valley the other day. Numbers in favor of Eagan, though. Larson gets the loose puck. Here's Garrett, number 20. As we said, playing just his 5th varsity game of the season. I mentioned earlier, Cats missing 4 players tonight. Otten in deep, looking to go backhand, forehand, unable to do so for Apple Valley. McIntosh off the turnover. Good shot, good look. Rossman, glove save. As I said for the Wildcats, we've got Jake Holman is out. He's got an injury. Connor Keogh, injury. Jake Woog's got to sit out this one after an infraction last game. And Emerson Chili still out. And Shilkin might have him back for the postseason.
Well, very important for both teams. Important for both teams to make sure that they stay as healthy as possible.
Yep.
Nobody can afford to, certainly the Woog suspension doesn't help. And we have
high stick.
Puck played to the high stick, so we'll go all the way down to the other end. But, neither team can afford any more injuries. Both teams are relatively thin, I guess I'd say it that way, insofar as, in terms of proven varsity level competitors who can produce at this level. Both teams kind of don't have a whole lot of experience in their depth, I'll say it that way. And so good for the Wildcats to be able to try to maybe get one tonight, but still give guys a chance to rest.
Which they can't do. They play tomorrow night. They're at Jefferson. Look out. Who's that? Twig went high. That was Q-Top. I've got leveled into the Wildcat zone.
That's a situation where it looks worse than it really is, and
right.
Prouty's. I thought Prouty might catch up to that one, but it looked worse than it really was because you're right, the stick went flying in the air. But
as we said, Eagan, they're at Bloomington Jefferson tomorrow night up at the Bloomington Ice Garden, which I understand is being renovated. The Bloomington Ice Garden. I was told Rink 3 is going to become Rink 1 and be the main rink and some other stuff. I have a coworker whose child plays in the Jefferson or Bloomington Hockey Association. Tell me about this.
Well, if anybody's been to the Bloomington Ice Gardens, it's a little more slightly easier way of getting in and around there. Never a bad thing.
Right. Well, you put the main rink where the parking is.
Right. Well, there's a lot of.
Williams with a big hit for the Wildcats. Try to get it in front to Turner as we reach the halfway point of this hockey game. 2-0 Wildcats. Here comes Miller for Apple Valley. Stood up nicely at the line by Vobel. Vobel gets to kiss some glass coming over for his Priest on the hit. Priest played a little JV earlier tonight for Apple Valley, by the way. And the physicality continues.
So interesting here. That's the kind of hit. It's a high hit, but he sees him coming. I actually thought the refs might let that one go, Mike, but they didn't.
I did not see it, so I cannot comment. I just saw the aftermath. You know, and I was thinking about it earlier, and we were talking about the hard hitting, and there was a couple of Max Turner things. And I want to give Max Turner a lot of credit. Here's a kid for the Wildcats. He was, I don't know, a penalty maven, dare we say, early in the season. He had just 2 minors in his last 7 games. Really found a way to play aggressive, stay under control. He's got some goals. I mean, really good to see for a kid like that.
Oh, okay. So it's an interference call against Turner. It's not a check necessarily, a high check or a high hit or an elbow or anything like that. It's interference. So interference. It makes some sense. The puck was away. Sometimes hard to tell exactly how far away it needs to be to get an interference call, but makes more sense calling interference there.
Apple Valley power play 3rd time tonight. Really good pressure on their first one. Last one, not so much, but opportunities are still there, but really a big opportunity for the visitors to cut this in half. Out far side, Engelbrecht. He's going to try to go down low. It's going to be, I thought it was going to get all the way over to Hatfield. Now he gets it. Half wall in front of the Apple Valley fans. Fair number of Apple Valley Burnsville fans making the trek, by the way. Rossman, another nice save. I'd say fan base is pretty equal here this evening inside the Civic Arena.
Yeah, good crowd for the Eagles. And so far on the power play, showing some good patience with that puck, trying to move Rossman right and left, and that time Johnny Rossman had no problem gloving that one.
By the way, we mentioned the JV a little bit ago. Eagan JV won 4-3. Outshot Apple Valley 42-21. So Eagan JV with another nice win. Varsity. Oh, Rossman to look behind him. I think he had just enough of his shoulder on that one. 56 to go on the power play.
Cats are living dangerous, Mike. They've got to get some clearances, and they got to stay out of the box.
Well, there's the first part of what you just said. Engelbrecht, nice spin move, get some traction. Get away from Lunenburg. Going to send that one in deep, gets right around Vobel. Steinke is there to finally thwart the progress. Wood takes his man out over in the corner. Down to 29 to go, man advantage, Apple Valley. Mills, Otten calling for it. Oh, he had an opportunity. Oh boy, Otten gets leveled. Fans looking for a call, and I think they might be right. But we play on as the officials did not see a call. 10 to go, man advantage. Hatfield in. Steinke takes his man out of the inboards. Cats dump that one out, and they have killed off another power play. Apple Valley now 0 for 3 with the man advantage. There's 6 to go in the second. Remains 2-0 Wildcats. And puck out of play. Face off. I believe will be outside the blue line.
Just a reminder that the Wildcat girls varsity hockey team starts their section journey tomorrow night against Crete-Durham Hall at Charles Schultz Arena, Highland Arena in St. Paul. Game time is, puck drop is 7 o'clock. And good tickets still available. So come on out and support the Eagan girls team. They've had a run of luck or a run of play here in the last 3 games. They've played 3 of their best games of the season over the last 3, or the 2-1 record, beating South Hastings and then losing a close game to Lakeville North, and out shooting Lakeville North. So nice opportunity to come out and handle this. Look at Prouty in by himself.
Backhand, no! Oh, somehow did not get that one in, just backhanded it across the crease. Get back to the girls. I think that's a 7-2 matchup, if I'm not mistaken.
It is a 7-2 matchup. It is a 7-2 matchup in 3AA.
Tell you, there's a big one at the Apple Valley Arena tomorrow night, though. Eastview, Apple Valley for a girls' game. That's a 6-3 matchup, I believe. Or I should say Eastview Burnsville against Apple Valley. That Eastview Burnsville squad, they tied Farmington 3-3 the other day. I think their goalie had like 50 saves, did the Eastview girl. Williams on the Wildcats all the way down, but we're going to have an icing. 4:51 to go. Period. Number 2. Hey, we mentioned the Cats that are at Jefferson tomorrow night. Next week at Prior Lake on Tuesday the 11th. And then the big rivalry game, they're at Rosemount on Thursday the 13th. we say it every year, but you can pretty much kiss those records goodbye when these two go at it.
Well, based on the way that the last game went, Mike Cook,
Absolutely.
I mean, a 4-3 nail-biter where Rosemount pulls out in overtime, despite the fact they outshot the Wildcats something like 30-something to 12 or something like that.
It was like 4-1 margin.
It might have been 4-1, exactly.
That was Rossman's huge game for the Wildcats. Nearly stole 2 points for Eagan that night. Here comes Larson. Shot. And that puck pops up. Larson rebound. Oh, didn't quite get it. Somewhere that puck is still free, and it's under somebody. We got whistles. We got extracurriculars. Garrett Larson in there battling with like 3 Apple Valley players. Wiggins just goes to the corner. He's getting out of harm's way. Watson in there battling for Apple Valley again.
It was a big pile of humanity.
And Larson's going to sit. Got an escort from the official, not just a direction. He got an escort. And Watson's going to get an escort as well.
Yeah, we're going to have coincidental minors there at least. I don't think we're going to get a power play for either team coming out of that.
I don't think so either.
I doubt it, as I think the main combatants. Yes, that was the word I was looking for. The main combatants were both rung up. Yep. Shots 20-21 in favor of the Eagles, but some scintillating stuff. The Wildcats have certainly left the Eagles still in this game, right? Despite the fact that the Eagles have not been able to get on the board.
Garrett Larson getting on the score sheet for the first time in his varsity career, be it via PIM, but well, congratulations to Garrett.
Well, now all he needs is a goal and an assist,
Absolutely.
you know. And
kind of, I call that a high school version of a Gordie Howe.
Yeah, there should really be another name for that, don't you think? We should figure out a new name for a goal and an assist and a penalty.
That'll be our goal before
next year,
or if we're calling a play-in game here, could happen.
Could call it a Prouty, a goal and assist and a penalty.
Okay.
Blake Prouty, one of the captains for the assistant captains for the Wildcats, he's not a complete stranger to the penalty box, and yet he does also put up points.
Yep. Heck of a soccer player too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that was offsides. Apple Valley. Otten couldn't quite get back as Mills brought the puck in.
All right, we'll have to take our on-air production meeting off air. I will tell you, Mike Cook, this game has been a lot of fun. It has been up and down. There have been opportunities for both teams. From a neutral standpoint, it has been a lot of fun to call this game tonight.
It has. Hatfield drawing for Apple Valley. Thank you for the Wildcats. We mentioned Prouty on that Eagan soccer team, the state champion boys soccer team. And a little extracurricular. Koken getting in the face of Hatfield.
Nothing in that. The Cats have got to stay. Cats have got to stay cool. Hatfield just made a little contact with Rossman. Rossman was diving out on the puck. Nothing there. Everyone needs to stay cool. Hatfield's not trying to. He's trying to maybe mess with Rossman a little bit, but certainly I've seen worse contact to keepers in the past. So just need to stay cool.
Again, Stikey Hatfield on the draw. Hatfield tried to get a shot at Vobel. Vobel kind of eluded that check deep in the zone.
You have to wonder in these inter-district rivalries if there's some turnover by the Eagles.
Absolutely. Prouty turning it right back over. Here comes Hatfield. Centered it across. Tried to get it to Otten. I think Forrester might have got a piece of that on the way through. Just enough to disrupt it. Hatfield again. Otten backhand. And Apple Valley is not on the board. Rossman with another save, and then there's extracurriculars in front. Apple Valley fans wanting an Eagan player to go sit for a while.
Yeah, I think
it's Koken they're directing their anger towards.
I think
he and Hatfield bump shoulders.
I think they're both going. I think they're going to be another matching. Yep. I think we're going to matching minors.
Don't be so sure on that one. Koken standing outside the box. Apple Valley doesn't have anybody heading towards it.
I think they're trying to figure out which number. Honestly, I think they're going to get. They're going to get Koken for sure.
Yep.
I thought maybe they might get an Eagle as well. Hard to tell.
Now it's going to open it. Mills is going to sit. I'm going to guess we have coincidental roughings.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And you know what? Honestly, I think this is a good move by the referees.
Yep.
Take guys, put them in the box, make them cool down, make sure that everybody knows that they are not, all the players understand that they are not in charge of this hockey game. The referees are in charge of this hockey game and calling this game. And there's not going to be any foolishness tolerated. Yeah, we're going to let you be physical. And I was just going to say, before that rush up the ice, in these inter-district games, you wonder if the teams talk about it, saying, "Hey, we can get these guys going. We can stick a stick in, or we can put a little extra elbow into it, or whatever, and we can get these guys going." And then as a result of that, you can draw a penalty. You can get somebody to lose their cool, if you will.
Somebody watching the game just texted me this. They thought Koken threw a punch.
No.
Which I didn't.
No.
I didn't see it, but
it was a grab for the head or grab for the upper body from where I was sitting.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I mean, that wasn't a punch. It was more of a the kind of thing that players do in those situations.
I want to go back. I want to give Otten credit. He almost went backhand or forehand backhand there for a really pretty goal. And behind that Eagan net, there's a game out there. It's got a flashing red light. For some reason, I thought that was
a goal light.
Yeah, I mean, how many games have we caught here this year? It's like at least once a year that gets us. Of course, now the guy's standing in the way.
I was just going to say, yeah, that does happen. Left side of your screen there.
Hey, dude, where were you like a minute ago to block that?
So here's what
Rossman with the big save, though.
So here's what it. Okay, now it all makes sense. All right, now we've got McCoyson and matching minors. That makes sense. All right.
All right.
And folks, the entertainment value is still high.
Yep. And puck into the Apple Valley bench. We'll do this all over again after all of 3 seconds elapsed there.
That was a lot of build-up for 3 seconds.
Yeah. Yep. 3:46 to go. Middle period. Jason Elias. Come here now. Hurry
up. Opportunity here for the Eagles. They've got some.
Rossman. Miller. No.
Cats holding on by their fingernails.
Otten opportunity. Panokin from way up. Hatfield. Hatfield overskates that one. Cats are going to poke it out. They do. We are still playing 5-on-5. Oh, overskating that was Turner. Ballman into the corner. Owen Wood near side for the Wildcats. Up to Ben Williams. Williams is going to get it back from Turner. Turner goes to the bench. So does Ballman. A couple fresh Cats on the ice. Looks like Forrester, number 10, and 14, Lunenburg. And just a hair out of the reach of Forrester. And gloved that time. A little extra ice shavings there from Apple Valley coming in was Q-Top.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's trying to mess with Rossman a little bit. I'm a little surprised the referee isn't going to have at least a conversation with him to say, "Hey, let's not do that again," because that's the kind of thing that's going to A, draw you a penalty, and B, you're going to get a major retaliation from the Wildcats. Of course, maybe that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, and none of the Wildcats really even reacted.
No, they must have not thought it was too bad.
Well,
maybe from our angle it looked worse than it was.
Ask Johnny Rossman.
Ask Johnny Rossman later. That's right.
But Rossman right now, 23 saves for the Wildcats. Wiggins, 19 for Apple Valley at the other end. And Wiggins might see some action as Prouty gets, he's actually going to get it back. Tries to dump it in. Cats are way offsides. And they do tag up as Skoglund did a nice job of getting in the way for Apple Valley. Engelbrecht fighting off Thomas into the zone. Forrester.
Cats have got to maintain their cool, Mike. They've got to make sure that they don't take any dumb penalties, play good fundamental hockey. They have a 2-goal lead. Just get to the second intermission here.
McIntosh and Vobel kind of collided. Vobel's stick did get up a little bit. It looked to me accidental. A couple Apple Valley fans threw their arms in the air looking for a call. Backhand in front, traffic, nope, and we've got a whistle because
Net's off.
the net is off.
Yeah, net's off. There was a little bit of conflagration around the crease area. Nice move by Prouty trying to get that across. Unfortunately there for the Wildcats, just nobody on the other side to poke it through. But I tell you, impressed with the Eagles though. Impressed with the Eagles that they keep battling, and they are out shooting the Wildcats officially on the board, but they're doing a great job of battling back. They just haven't been able to make their punches tell. They haven't been able to take advantage of the 3 power plays.
You saw number 2 in white lane, Nygaard. He's got the lone goal this period for the Wildcats. Another one, Rossman steers that aside. It probably was going to go wide off Banach and all the way back down. Whoa, no chance of icing there. That puck wasn't going to make it.
Beautiful clearance that time by Wood.
Yep, Jack Cook deep for Apple Valley. Up to number 11 this time is Otten. Otten weaving his way through some defenders. He was asking Tate Erickson before the game if, like Otten and those guys, are they getting looked at anywhere? He said they might have some opportunities to play some juniors in the upcoming years. They hit Wood, ridden out hard on that play by Hatfield. Hatfield again. I don't think there's a check that Hatfield won't make.
Well, Hatfield is definitely got his money's worth on that shift.
Absolutely.
No question about that.
He's a physical player, but he's matching it with talent. He's not just a goon out there.
Oh no.
No, he's shown some good hands tonight, and just a 37 to go in the period.
You know, I think the Eagles and the Wildcats in that sense, not only from a record standpoint, Mike, but in terms of just where they're at from a talent skill level. I mean, they're kind of similar, right? They're kind of similar. They've got some good talent, but maybe aren't quite as deep as some of the other teams in the conference.
Both these teams have one win in conference play this year. So Egan's win was at Apple Valley about a month ago on a Saturday afternoon. Let's see who Apple Valley beat. They beat Prior Lake a couple of months ago by 4-1 count. Watson. Pierce nearly hits hard into the boards off a hit from Vobel. Last few seconds, Rossman gets a glove, and we will have a face-off before this period expires. 2 seconds to go. Does Tate Erickson pull his goalie, get a sixth skater on?
He sure is.
Yep, there you go.
He sure is. You might as well.
Yep, get a quick shot potentially.
Absolutely. Makes a lot of sense. Smart to do. Cats just need to eat this one. And by that I mean, of course, just fall on it or tie it up or whatever.
Yep.
But tell you, Hatfield's done a nice job of winning faceoffs, Mike Cook.
He has.
Cats have to be careful.
Yep. Turner on the draw for Egan. And he heard you. They just fell on it. 34 minutes gone by. The Egan Wildcats lead the Apple Valley Burnsville squad by a 2-0 count.
Wildcats find themselves in some unfamiliar territory here, Mike Cook. The fact is, they haven't had too many opportunities heading into a third period with a lead, and especially here at home. And so the Wildcats now are going to have an opportunity to do what they have not been able to do so far this year, and that is get a win on home ice and play 3 solid periods in a row of hockey, competitive hockey in a row. And that's going to produce a win. And, I got to say, if you're watching here on ETV, whether you're in Apple Valley, Eagan, Lakewood Ranch, Florida, Aberdeen, South Dakota, or parts unknown, the reality of it is that we have a heck of a hockey game here tonight. You're not going to want to go anywhere for the third period.
And we can't forget Grandma Lois down in Lonsdale.
Of course.
And, of course, Mata Carlson. She's watching up 94 there.
Yeah, always got to say hi to the moms.
For First Lady of Wildcat Hockey. So we'll take a break. We'll be back with third period action. You're watching Eagan Wildcat Hockey on ETV. At least 17 minutes to go in this one as we get set for third period action from the Civic Arena here in Eagan. Last regular season home game of the year for the Wildcats. Nathan Cron, the Wildcats looking to get that first W on home ice this year, as hard as that is to believe.
Well, it's hard to believe, but it's also, you look at, like, for instance, the 3 overtime games they've lost in the last handful of weeks. I mean, all those were at home, right?
Yep.
And so if, a puck bounce here or a penalty there or an opportunity here, and suddenly they're looking at winning 3 or 4 or 5 home games, right? And so Cats just need to be smart, play good fundamental hockey. Don't make dumb plays, don't make bad mistakes. And that's a good start for Blake Prouty. Just play smart. Don't try to be fancy. Keep it all in front of you and make the Eagles beat you, right? And hopefully, if you're the Wildcats, the Eagles will overextend themselves or maybe give you an opportunity.
Yep. We mentioned the Wildcats. They come into this game. They have lost 8 straight hockey games coming into this one. And here's the stat that I find considering the way tonight's going. They've allowed 5.6 goals per game in that 8-game slide. They're pitching the shutout here as we start the third period tonight. Mills, Rossman. Rossman didn't quite get a good save on that one, a save nonetheless. And that's really one of the few that we've had where Johnny's kind of fought the puck a little bit.
Yeah, went up high into the netting behind it. And on the other flip side of that coin, Mike, are the Eagles.
Right.
So the Eagles have to press a little bit, but here's the thing: the Wildcats have had a tendency to take penalties tonight and things like that. The Eagles just need to just don't overextend yourself. Good shot right off the.
Oh, that puck is laying there, yeah. You look at Otten; he's got 6 goals in his last 6 games for this Apple Valley Burnsville squad. In 3 of those 6 games, he had 3-point nights. Rebound, speaking of 3, Wildcats 3 rip. Vobel, I believe, with the goal. Should be.
Vobel might get the assist and the goal. Can you do that, Mike Cook? Vobel looked like he was shot out of a cannon. Great camera work by our crack ETV crew. Vobel shot out of a cannon, gains the zone, fires it back across the crease through the slot, and it's sent in that time by one of his teammates who I'm sure will get the first assist, and Vobel then gets it, corrals it, and puts it home for number 3.
Second of the year for the sophomore, 47 seconds into the third period. Let's get the official word from Nick Johnson. So Williams gets the lone assist. That's his second assist of the hockey game. 3-0 Wildcats. Oh, what a hit that time. Williams absolutely drills Spencer Miller.
Nothing changes, even with a 3-goal lead. Nothing changes here for the Wildcats.
Nope.
Smart, fundamental hockey. Keep it in front of you. Make sure you get clearances when necessary, frozen pucks if necessary. Just be smart about it. If you're the Eagles, again, not much changes here early in the period. Just keep playing good fundamental hockey, and both teams have to avoid. It's like walking through, it's like walking through Quick Trip. Okay, when you're hungry. Okay, you just have to make good decisions, right? Obviously, based on what I look like, I don't always make good decisions. But the reality of it is these guys have to make good decisions, not to take penalties, not to do anything that's going to give the other team a real opportunity.
Here comes Koken. Engelbrecht knocks him off the puck into the zone. Big hit behind the boards. Koken going high with that elbow. He's been battling in more ways than one this evening, should we say. Q-Top, we got these. They are still going to battle. Sticks are up. Now it's Engelbrecht with Koken. And we play on. Here's Q-Top. Sorn, first time we've called that name tonight. He's knocked off the puck by Koken. Koken just a man on a mission right now on this shift for the Eagan Wildcats, number 11.
I think he's trying to cram an entire season's worth of physical play into one shift, Mike.
Here's another. Oh, that one's. Wow, I thought they might get him on something there. That one kind of high, I thought.
Yeah, I think both players left their feet there.
Slanky doing a big hit at the blue line, just missed on a hit. Koken to the bench, by the way. Here's Prouty going to dump it in. Cats are ultimately going to have a 5-player change. Apple Valley's going to have a 3-player change. Here comes Mills. Mills going to get it back coming down the slot. Rossman, big glove save. Johnny needed that because I think the first 3 times he's handled this puck this period, been a little iffy, but that one, solid save.
Well, Benolkin, a name we've called a couple of times for here tonight, and of course over the years for the Eagles, doing a nice job of, again, you talk about guys being shot out of a cannon. He had some real speed there to the side.
Absolutely. And Rossman, another save. Kind of a slow roller to him. Kind of looked like a meatball coming at him. Just got the glove down, and that's that.
Yeah, might have a little frustration showing are the guys in brown right now. I mean, obviously they've thrown a fair number of shots at Johnny Rossman, 29 to be exact, and so far they haven't been able to solve him.
But we can't mention that word, though, can we?
I'm not sure what word I'm not supposed to mention, but in any event.
Well, that 0 that's up there for Apple Valley, that is called a, yeah.
Well, this isn't baseball. It's a shutout. But,
okay, fine. All right. That's true. It's not like a no-hitter.
Yeah, it's not a no-hitter.
Okay. I got a text from somebody. Apparently I had mentioned that word and I was not supposed to.
Oh, you're not supposed to?
I don't know. Whatever.
I wasn't aware the hockey gods were so fickle.
I didn't know that either. Wow, big hit that time for the Cats. That was Turner. And Hatfield, they got to cross paths again, but nothing happened that time. Opportunity, Williams! And Wiggins with a big save for Apple Valley.
Well, he had to get that right, didn't he, Mike?
Absolutely. Benoiken against Volbel. Benoiken stills with that puck. I think he was trying to get to Nolan back at the point. Instead, it's going to be the Wildcats coming out. Here's Volbel. Volbel, Skoglund. Volbel in front. Backhand. Oh, trying to go backhand. Then a goal! Steinke with it! Ben Steinke, first of the year. And his grandparents are here from New Ulm, able to watch it.
Well, Grandma and Grandpa didn't bring Herman the German with them, but the New Ulm contingent is here, and they get a chance to see Ben light the lamp for the Wildcats. And now at 4-0, boy, the Wildcats have got to be feeling good about where they're at. .4:10 into the third period. Steinke from Volbel, I think it'll be.
Well, we'll find out. Well, you called it, Nathan. Volbel got the lone assist. So Volbel's got one of each this period, and the hitting continues. Turner, oh my, there was a huge hit. Watson on Wood, long shot. Well, so far we've seen Williams for Eagan, Watson for Apple Valley, Koken. These guys are not afraid to get physical. Wood takes his man out. Rossman, not a pretty save, but he did have it. Back in front, Engelbrecht opportunity. Rossman somehow, I think that hit him in the arm, and it stayed up. Apple Valley just snake bit tonight with some grade A chances.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration there from Caleb Engelbrecht.
And you look at Rossman there, 31 saves for the senior netminder.
And he's doing everything he can to try to put that in, and Rossman just able to be in the right place at the right time.
Rossman looking for his first W of the season. He's 0-6. Goals against average is .613, but again, that's deceptive. He had that one Farmington game where the Cats, well, I mean, they physically were there, but that was about the extent of them being there that night, because it was, I know an assistant coach said it was the ugliest game he's seen this team play in his career here. Oh. Koken with a big hit on Skoglund, or no, that's Hatfield. That goes just wide. Hatfield looking for the lively bounce out in front. All the way out, we've got a whistle because the
net's off.
Yep.
And Rossman was flopping all over that crease. There was a lot of traffic, and that net just did come off. It's going to be an offensive zone face-off for the Eagles.
Hatfield and Steinke on the draw. Rossman looks like he said he wants to play juniors next year. Between the pipes for the Wildcats.
Seems to me that, and maybe it's just my perception, Mike, but it seems like the Eagles are running 2 lines, 2 sets of D. By the third period, they might start getting a little tired,
right,
wearing down. I think the Wildcats have had a little more opportunity to get some new players on the. I think they've been running 3 lines most of the game.
Prouty's going to loft that one out.
So I wonder if the Eagles might start wearing down here a little bit in the third period, especially now that they have to chase the game a little bit.
Well, Otten opportunity. So their top goal scorer. What a shot there. Apple Valley on the board. Drew Otten. Snipe. 6:01 time of that goal.
And I'm not sure who they're going to give the helpers to, but Rossman understandably upset with himself. He probably feels like he should have had that one. It was still a good shot.
Oh, absolutely.
It was a tough shot to stop, but Rossman, when you're sitting on a shutout with 34 shots on goal, you'd like to finish it out that way.
For Otten, that'll be number 19 on the year. Hatfield got an assist. Link got the other assist. Larson just a bit wide. Shot on. Nothing doing that time. Owen Wood's going to keep it in for Eagan. Good bat along the half wall, but Apple Valley able to poke that one out. Rossman, probably good idea. Just put the mitt down. A little bit of talking going on down there, but no harm coming out of it. With 10:27 to go, third period. Eagan up 4-1. Looking to end that 8-game slide. Looking to end that 9-game homeless win streak this year. Cook from way out. I don't think Rossman saw that till it was too late, but it went just high and wide.
Yeah, that took a wicked hop. I'm not sure if it hit something on the way in or if it just had some odd English on it. But lucky for Rossman that wasn't on frame because that had some movement. Like a Scott Erickson fastball circa 1991.
Look out. Watson had Turner lined up, and Turner just avoided that hit. Inside 10 to go in the third. 4-1 Wildcats. Williams, Watson at center. Where have we mentioned those two's names before together?
The fans are getting their money's worth tonight, Mike.
Yep.
Goals, penalties, hits, saves.
There's Vobel. Vobel's got a goal and an assist tonight. You said Williams has got a couple of helpers. And Steinke got a shot. Look out, he's mad at Watson. I didn't quite see what started that. Like Steinke looked like he was kind of like getting a Charlie horse or something. Koken tackled by Hatfield. Somebody's got to go on this one.
Yeah, so
will it be offsetting?
I think we're going to have a knee-to-knee hit here too. We might have a knee-to-knee hit. And the Apple Valley fans all over Garrett Koken.
And the Apple Valley penalty box is open.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a penalty on the Eagles. We're going to see if it's a knee-to-knee hit or not. Because honestly, if it is, and I think maybe the Wiggins might have an equipment issue too.
Yeah. Oh no, looking across the way, you get athletic director Jason Elias, penalty box duty this evening.
Yeah, so Wiggins is to the bench. He's swapping. I'm not sure if he's swapping equipment or what the deal is there, but
Mills is going to sit.
And they're going to call it. Yeah, it looks like a 2-minute minor for the.
That'll be a hold or a rough for
the forward. Yep.
9:10 to go in the period. So what's that make it? 7:50 time of the infraction, and we have a timeout on the ice. Yeah, Wiggins looks like he's got an equipment issue over at the bench.
Yeah, it looked like it was his pad. One of his pads, the strap that goes underneath the skate or around the skate was coming loose. So good opportunity here, and this is excellent for the Eagles, I think, to slow down the momentum and just slow everything down a little bit. The Wildcats are going to have their power play, but it'll help take away a little momentum.
You see Nolan Person talking over on the Wildcat bench. The assistant varsity coach signed to the Fords, 7th year coaching the Wildcats, 13th year coaching experience overall. Mario Munoz, he's down at the far end of the Wildcat bench. Assistant varsity coach, 12th year coaching in the Eagan community. High school Bantam, Pee Wee programs. Again, we mentioned it earlier, Todd Carlson, the Eagan coach, has announced that this will be his last year as Eagan head coach. We'll see who the Cats end up bringing on for next year's squad. But you and I mentioned that, you had that really nice words for Todd. And just Todd, like, always been a great guy to us. And you hear kids and stuff talk about him in school. Mr. Carlson, nice guy. They've got the senior stool this year. I know my daughter was excited to be able to sign that this year. Just something he has every year for the senior class at Eagan High School.
In fact, I think a few years back, Todd Carlson was the faculty speaker at graduation.
Yeah, I could see that.
Which of course is and I can't remember which year that. Honestly, I've had a couple of boys graduate from the high school, so I can't tell you which year it was. But in any event,
Wiggins still over there. It's like, yeah,
he's got to retie something. So it's
sign the skates, got the pad on.
That's the way it works,
Absolutely.
and we're gonna give goalies all the time they need to make sure their safety equipment is 100% ready to go. It gives a chance for Coach Carlson and Coach Pearson to talk to the guys about being smart. Again, just another good reminder for the Wildcats. Look, you're on the power play, I should say. Don't turn this into a 4-on-4 situation. Be smart.
Yep.
Keep the puck in front of you. Don't get fancy. Just be fundamentally sound.
Yep. Should mention for Coach Carlson, 5th year is the head guy here, but he's got 20 years working in the Eagan program at both, as a JV coach, as a varsity assistant. Coached Eagan Bantams 1 year, the youth program. Was over at Eastridge for 1 year as an assistant. Here comes Hatfield, 2-on-1. Rossman with a big save as McIntosh came down looking for that rebound. Cats nearly giving up a shorty. There's Forster down low with Engelbrecht watching him. Nygaard right at the post. Puck is out. Nygaard with a poke at a rebound. Couple of pokes. That puck is still loose. Wiggins has got that pad out, and somehow it got underneath that pad.
Well, he must have put on a magical pad, Mike Cook, during the break, because I don't know how that puck did not get up over that pad. But Wiggins living right, and he keeps the Apple Valley Eagles within shouting distance of climbing back into this game.
Yeah, Wiggins allowed 4 goals tonight on 28 shots. Came in with a .371 goals against average and .887 save percent. Bulk of the work for this Apple Valley Burnsville squad this year. I know we keep calling them Apple Valley, but there's Burnsville mixed in as well. I know for the Burnsville fans, they're celebrating 40 years ago. They won that back-to-back state championships. 85-86 Burnsville Braves back in the day. Watson backhand, forehand. Rossman stretched out. Stays 4-1.
I think Johnny Rossman saved that with his skate blade. That was a wonderful save by Rossman. Watson with a brilliant move to the outside. Unlucky for Watson that did not find the back of the net, but it had to be a heroic save by Rossman, surely.
And again, we mentioned it earlier, there's a scaled-down production tonight here from the Civic Arena for our regular Eagan viewers, but still glad to be bringing you Wildcat hockey on ETV.
Cats are on the power play, aren't they?
They are.
You wouldn't know it.
No, Rossman, and he's going to actually leave that. I thought he was going to cover it. 26 for Apple Valley. Asher McIntosh, he has been all over the Wildcat zone on this PK. That puck got out, I thought. Rebound, tip. Turner just missed. Here's Williams from the slot shot. Wiggins save. Wiggins covers it up. And we're down to 21 to go, man advantage. A couple more words being exchanged between the players wearing white and those wearing brown.
Rather exercised Apple Valley fan base over here to our left. They have something of a. I can't tell if it's the student section or I can't tell exactly who it is, but it's there's a lot of yelling down there.
I think it's somebody who has a diploma already. If I'm targeting the right person, I see down there. But
got it.
We'll just leave it at that. But
leave it at that.
Yeah.
Curious. Very curious.
Yeah. Whoa, and on to be kept in. Hatfield. 1-on-1. Tries to get through. Wood with the stop. Boy, that was a quick whistle. 6 seconds to go. Hatfield hits the end boards.
Yeah, he just lost an edge there on the end boards, just the way that Prouty lost an edge at the point. So, again, Wildcats just need to stop making it look so darn difficult, right? Just keep it in front of you, make the quick, easy play, anticipate where your teammate's going to need you. I mean, this is like the second or third face-off, defensive zone face-off in this power play for the Wildcats. It's just not, they just need to be a little cleaner than this.
Forrester with a bad turnover. Hatfield.
Turnover.
Nope. Apple Valley at full strength, even though they've been playing like they were for much of that penalty kill. Yep. Thomas, can he poke it out for the Wildcats? He and Vobel battle right below at center. Garrett Larson in there as well. And here's Lunneberg. Yep, just the right side of center, so the puck deep into the Apple Valley zone. For Alex Sorn, sophomore, number 10. Vobel way out through traffic. Nearly got tipped by an Apple Valley player in front. I think it was Engelbrecht. But Wiggins gets the save. And I thought kind of a quick whistle once again, but there was one at both ends now.
Yeah, that one was a little bit curious. I think Wiggins did have it, but then it popped out really, really quick. And I think from our perspective, it certainly looked like a loose puck. But in any event, the officials are the only ones that count, Mike.
Exactly.
Their opinion, I should say, is the only one that counts.
Right. Lunneberg drawing against Skoglund. Sorn for Apple Valley. Watson's going to be on that far side. He and Forrester. Skoglund hit hard by Lunneberg. Vobel on McIntosh. Wildcats Forrester stops, spins. 39-32 shots in favor of Apple Valley. 14 shots this period for the Eagles, 11 for the Wildcats. Turner, McIntosh. Watson just missed high on Turner. Turner made a look back. Turner with a shot on an Apple Valley player. Oh, Sorn. Watch Turner here. Bingo, he were all over Sorn on that hit. Finishing the check. Hatfield. Cats, they do get it out. Williams just dumps that one in with just over 5.5 to go in the third.
Eagles only one goal, though, away from turning this into a real opportunity. And now the Wildcats
too many men.
Are going to have too many men.
Yep.
So a mental error for the Wildcats, and the Eagles will go to the power play. 5 minutes, 31 seconds to go here in the third period, and that's exactly, and my kids will roll their eyes and say they are cringing right now, but that's right just what the doctor ordered for the Eagles.
What happened, the Wildcats, the puck just happened to go by just as the Cats were making that change. Bad luck if you want to call it that, but you got to have that awareness.
Yeah, you got to be smart. You see the puck coming that way, you make an effort to get off, or make an effort to do something. In any event,
yep. Garrett Larson to serve the penalty for the Wildcats.
A minor penalty has been assessed to the Eagan bench for too many players.
Well, Apple Valley down by 3. Really has to have one here.
Yeah, they got to score here. I mean, this is as good an opportunity as they're going to get for the rest of the hockey game. Their big guns are out on the ice.
With just over 5 to go. Do you think about pulling your goalie? In front. Nothing doing. Kaska's going to dump that one all the way down. Wiggins will play that. Leave it for Hatfield. I think we might see Hatfield on the ice for basically most of the last 5 minutes.
Why not? He's been an excellent player for the Eagles tonight.
He's logged a ton of ice time. Turnover, Cats. Wood couldn't quite break free. Engelbrecht. Hatfield got a man. Otten bouncing puck. Then Rossman kicks that one aside. Power play halfway through for Apple Valley. Otten. Hatfield. Rossman left pad. Engelbrecht through traffic, never got there. Wood. Cat without a stick out there is Koken. Now he gets it. Puck is loose. Koken just in time with that stick, able to poke that one out of harm's way. 42 to go, man advantage. One-timer, Otten. That was deflected and ended up going way wide. Otten down low, Hatfield. That was blocked by Wood, and out it comes. And the Cats are going to put a fresh 4 out on the PK.
They need a fresh 4. That was some nervy stuff for the Wildcats. Eagles still not out of it yet.
Cook going to lead the rush. 17 to go in the power play. Rossman behind the net. He'll ring it around the near side boards. Apple Valley able to keep that one in. Back out. Nolan from way out. And all the way down. Shot down by, I believe that was Vobel that time for the Wildcats. And it is. Cats. Nice penalty kill right there.
Nice 1-2 by Rossman and Vobel. I thought for sure that exchange might end up going horribly wrong for the Cats, but Rossman and Vobel got it right.
Nolan brings it in. Miller in deep for Apple Valley. Watson far side. He and Prouty. Prouty gets it. Prouty 1-on-2. Right in front of the Patrick Vitek sign. Of course, Patrick will live forever in the hearts of this Wildcat program. Vobel. All the way down. There's Cook once again. We're inside 3 to go. McIntosh. Apple Valley in deep. McIntosh quick one-timer. Rossman to the pad save. That was Q-top in there for Apple Valley. 14 looking to get something. Cats, can they dump it out? Wiggins starting to come out of that crease a little bit. Low in the circle. Nope. Eagan gets it out. Wiggins back into the crease.
Yeah, Eagles would love to get the extra skater on. You get a sense down 3 goals. Now's not a bad time. Yep. This one's not going to be icing.
No, it was tipped. Yeah, an official called it right away.
Yeah, absolutely. But Rossman was out to play it, and now the Eagles had it down deep. They don't have possession of it yet.
Can Eagan get it out? They can with Thomas. Boykins just going to try to dump it back in. Ballman. Near side Thomas. Runs into Link. Inside 2 to go in this one. Rossman glove with 1:53 to go.
Yeah, now we'll see Wiggins head to the bench for the extra skater for the Eagles. Makes sense.
And will they take a timeout? And if they do, we got to mention our crew tonight. The award-winning ETV crew.
Absolutely.
We said we are bare bones tonight. We're still award-winning.
Yeah, we're absolutely award-winning. So Emmett Johnson, Nick Mudd, Tim Shinyon, and Jared Greenberg, thanks for making us look and sound so good. Our award-winning ETV crew. You guys are a real community asset covering games, meetings, public events, all sorts of cultural opportunities all around the city and all around the area. So thanks so much for making us look and sound so good. Mike, you and I, this very well could be our last game of the season. We're not sure if that play-in game will be able to be broadcast. We're not sure if the Wildcats will be even in that play-in game. They may be the 7th seed. Who knows? I don't know how that's going to turn out. You don't know how it's going to turn out. But if it is our last game of the season, thanks so much for another good season here of Wildcat hockey.
It's like we almost know what we're doing now.
Well, we fake it till we make it, and someday we'll make it.
Yeah, Todd Carlson, you see between the Wildcats, as we mentioned, could be Todd's last home game as Wildcat
coach. Could be Todd's
coach,
last home game, absolutely.
Unfortunately, he said he is stepping down after 5 years at the helm. Talking to Apple Valley's coach, Tate Erickson, before the game, though, because Eagan beat Apple Valley there a month ago, that's 2 wins over Apple Valley. So there's a chance Eagan could bump up maybe the 7th spot in the sections. Valley beat Hastings the other night. Hastings beat Eagan back in December. A 7-4 final, but 2 empty netters. Where does all this seeding come into play? Because if you're 8-9, you've got to play that extra game 2 weeks from tonight. If you're the 7th seed, you got a couple extra days off. You know, you're going to go face Creighton or St. Thomas or maybe even Rosemount.
Depending on how the season finishes.
Right.
Sure,
I mean, those will probably be most likely the top 3 seeds.
The top 3 seeds, sure.
In
sure,
section.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, in any event, it's going to be a tall order for the Wildcats.
Yeah.
Wildcats haven't made it past the first round of the section playoffs in a handful of years.
Right.
And so, you know, it's going to be tall order for them. But, you know, again, I think if you're the Wildcats, you just want to finish the game tonight, finish the season strong, and then just play your best hockey in your quarterfinal game, period.
Absolutely. Well, you got 3 games before then, too. Nygaard hustling down as the Apple Valley net is empty. through set. Eagan's got Jefferson tomorrow night up at Big. And then they're at Prior Lake and Rosemount to end the season next week. Down in front, can it come out? It does. By the way, for Apple Valley, you've got Farmington home Saturday afternoon. Eastview is there on the 11th, and then they got to go to Osseo last day of the regular season. Not sure how they managed to get Osseo on the schedule, but
The beauty of non-conference scheduling, I guess.
Absolutely. And I know Osceo's record is pretty poor as well this year. I think I saw they have 2 wins. So,
well, sometimes those non-conference games are scheduled in a way to try to give you some opponents that you feel like it can match up with. And
and like you think
Cats have done the same thing.
Well, you think about Eagan played Minneapolis here, and that got put together late. I think both those teams somebody canceled. They had an opening, said, hey, let's play each other. And maybe that's what happened with this one for Apple Valley and Osseo. But right now, Cats are 114 away, 111 away from finally winning a game on home ice this year.
I didn't see the arms up until that puck made it over the end line. I didn't see the arm of the linesman or any of the other referee up. I'm surprised that was icing. Everyone was kind of acting like it might not be icing, but in any event, we play on.
Yep.
43 shots.
Just going to say that very thing for
by
Apple
the
Valley.
Eagles.
Yeah. Rossman, 42 saves. Empty net. Nope. Koken, that'll be an icing. One more stride and it wouldn't have been.
You can see Koken smiling and kind of laughing to himself going, come on, Garrett, let's get this one in.
You're sure that's what he said?
I'm sure that's what he said.
Okay.
I'm absolutely positive that's what Mr. Koken said.
Okay. Otten goes just wide. Prouty all the way down. Well, that one hit the net. Yes, it does. Prouty, empty netter. He got the first of the night. He'll get the last. 5-1 Eagan. 51 seconds left.
And the Wildcats with a couple of well-earned hugs. Some real frustration, understandable frustration for the Eagles. They've outshot the Wildcats 44-33. They just have not been able to find consistent. They've just not been able to find consistent offense here tonight, despite having 4 power plays. Just not being able to convert on any of those power plays.
For Eagan, this ties a season high in goals. They lost 6-5 to Eastridge in an overtime game. That's what started the current 8-game losing streak that is 34 seconds away from ending.
Cats and Eagles, everybody needs to hold their nerve, stay cool.
As Link gets drilled by Lunneberg. A couple fresh faces on the ice for Apple Valley here at the last moment. Keckley, number 34, Nick White is out there. Final regular season home game. The Eagan Wildcats are going to beat the Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles by 5-1 count. A joyous group of Wildcats. And you know what? Congratulations. It's the way to go out for Todd Carlson.
Absolutely. A happy destruction of Wildcats down there, congratulating Johnny Rossman on 43 saves.
Yep.
I mean, sure, he'd love to have that shutout, but if you ask Johnny Rossman what's the most important thing, winning the hockey game or getting a shutout, he knows. He knows.
Yep. So we got to get the handshake line. Hopefully this all goes well. Wildcats improved to 4-18 on the season. 2-12 in South Suburban Conference play. Apple Valley Burnsville drops to 7-15 overall, 1-12 in conference play. And again, where does this all end up for section seeding? Is Eagan the 7? Are these two teams back here on the play-in game? Is Hastings here on that last play-in game? There's a lot of intrigue left in these last 3 games.
Yeah, if you're a South Suburban hockey fan, if you're a fan of either of these two schools, or even if you're just a kind of a Section 3A, 3AA kind of looker on, you're right. There's a lot of drama still to be played out, a lot of seeding still to be hashed out. The Wildcats managed to win tomorrow night and go on a run. Maybe get one against either Rosemount or Prior Lake. Maybe that changes things. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe the Eagles win a couple more, and maybe that changes things. I don't know. What I do know, though, is the Wildcats got one tonight, and that was the first time they've done it this year on home ice, despite having 3 nail-biting overtime games that they've lost here in recent weeks. And so fantastic effort tonight. Rossman with a great effort. Prouty with a nice leadership up front, getting a couple of goals, the first goal and the last goal. Vobel with a great goal and a great assist, setting up his teammates. So just, really a team effort. Everybody across the board, really, for the Wildcats. On the other side of it, the Eagles, the Eagles didn't play a bad hockey game tonight. They outshot the Wildcats 44-33. They just didn't find a way to get through to Rossman and get past Rossman, except for the one time on the shot on the far side.
Yep.
So in any event, that's just, they need to work on, making sure that they can get into the back of the net, maybe get something dirty and greasy next time.
Yeah, hopefully this is something that gets the Cats on a roll. So look at Todd Carlson talking to the officials again. Coach Carlson, last regular season home game, maybe last home game as coach of the Eagan Wildcats. That's going to wrap it up from the Civic Arena, where once again your final score, the Eagan Wildcats 5, Apple Valley Burnsville 1. So on behalf of the award-winning ETV crew, Nathan Cron, I'm Mike Cook. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you either next time or next season for Eagan Wildcat Hockey on ETV.